As far as your mom, what's good, Twitch? What's good, everybody in airtime? How is everyone doing? It is
What's up, Deathstroke?
Monday.
You know what time that means?
Oh shit! Today we here to tell you about it, amen, amen. We here to tell y'all about a topic that apparently we discussed yesterday, but couldn't remember for the fuck of it until 20 minutes before we were supposed to get on this motherfucker. I
We had
can
a
do
backup though.
okay.
I was saying we just
Oh,
had a
we got to
backup.
back up. I can do bad all by myself. However, comma.
However,
Okay. Okay. So it is no strange detail that I'm a therapist of the clinical mental health variety, and so when people reach out to me for services, that just further proves my point. I can do bad all by myself. However, come on. Like you can read every self help book in the world. You can, you know, listen, I am moved and glad that the Tickety Talks is allowing us to share information about mental health and breakthroughs and shit and all the beautiful
figuring your shit
CBT
out,
and
man.
DBT workbooks out there. But you need somebody to walk through them with you. You can't just do some worksheets and be like, I'm fine. You can't. You can't. Because you know enough to become dangerous, basically. Now, what we mean when we say I can do bad all by myself means you can try things alone, but because we're social beings and we always strive for social connectedness, you need people. And I know that's hard to hear, especially with our traumas completely
Yeah,
front and
like
center here. I don't need nobody. I can't depend on people. Fuck them.
hyper independence will fuck your ass up more than ever.
Fuck
Some
well. And that's a trauma response.
that's a trauma response
Yeah.
from
But
your
no.
childhood.
Yeah. So, and speaking on that point, it's not necessarily bad that you develop this because every trauma response we've ever developed was a needed survival skill at the time. But the big piece is
At the
at
time.
the time. Okay, we've grown up. We've hopefully moved out of that house and environment, and now we can start living and breathing and thinking as our own person. If we are still at the mercy of our trauma responses, you need to do some work. Okay, but when I say you need people, how else do you expect to break? So I'm gonna give my own trauma, for instance. How else do I expect to break? I don't need people. I'd rather do it myself. If I don't ever give people a chance to prove me wrong ever again, that don't make no
But
sense.
also at the same time, with you, me, and all other people, get rid of that expectancy to be failed by them because they aren't going to be measured by your standards.
That part. That part. And that's another reason why, we say I can do bad all by myself is because if we are alone up here in the noggin, then that means all these rigid expectations we have, all these outlandish things about how things should be or are supposed to be or, will happen because it's worst case
I can never
scenario.
let me down
We are stuck
like
with
somebody
that.
in my family has that just caused me to not trust nobody no more. That's basically what it is.
That's basically what it is. That's basically what it is. But what sucks is we think that, but we still internalize it. And that means we can't trust ourselves to make big decisions. We get anxious about future plans and major choices. We can't trust ourselves to know what we're really feeling because we're too busy battling with ourselves. Like you
We
are
fuck up
fucking
relationships,
yourself up.
whether they be work relationships, friend relationships, romantic endeavors, if possibility. Like that's how this whole thing started with me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because for those of you who don't know that I am single,
Please do the whole spiel that you did yesterday
for
about
those of you who don't know that I am single, and when I'm interested in
what's
somebody,
good,
I let
Carlito.
them know. It's more along the lines of, hey, I like you. You want to get to know each other as friends first. because and see where that goes. Because I don't fucking know you, and you don't fucking know me.
And that's
Some
part of
people
the
are like,
problem too.
cool, but more often than few, I get the no. I've been hurt before. I'm just trying to figure my stuff out, which is fine. But from the way I've seen some people say that and some stuff they post, it's like, hey, bitch, I need you to pick a struggle. You need to. You can't be sitting here like I can do bad by myself, but like, damn, I wish I wasn't single. I'm like, because sometimes you might either get your shit fixed with somebody else you can learn how to trust, whether it be friend or lover.
To that point, whenever now, y'all know I'm a huge team. Stop trying to find your person on the college campus when it comes to my college babies that I see. Um, but I
That's
have
your whole phase. That's whole prime.
that's whole prime time. That's the Optimus Prime ready to dine. Anyway, but no, but the other
Decepticon.
side of the continuum with these college babies is that they are too afraid to try or commit to something, no matter what the length of it will be, simply because it's just like I feel like I got to get myself together first, and then I don't know what that means. Because if I'm over here trying to put together a
They
fucking
don't know what that
puzzle,
means.
okay, I'm trying to put together a puzzle and I'm missing fucking pieces. I can't be all like, nah, man, sorry, I don't want to help you with your. I can't be a part of that puzzle because I'm trying to work on my own shit and I'm missing pieces. They missing pieces too.
They might have a piece that fits a little bit better. That's
They
like
might
trying to
got a piece to fit a
you
little bit
trying to
better.
fix your car and I know what you're trying to do with it. That you got a mechanic walk right. You got a mechanic walk by you right then, and you still like, nah, I don't need your help.
No, I
I
don't need
figured
your help.
out like, but I got the
But your
tool.
check
I got my
engine light is on. You sure? I got some
I
tools
got
with me. I could look
I got
into
you.
that for you. I
I just
might
came
not
from
be
work. I'm
able to.
still in the jump.
I might not be able
Like,
to fix it, but we can get you running better so you
I
can at
just
least get to your next
I just came
destination.
from work. I'm still in the jumpsuit. It just says Ray's Auto Shop right here. Like you sure? You don't I can at least tow you. I got
You
a tow
stupid.
truck
You
there too.
stupid.
Like
You stupid. And
you
but that
no.
raises a great point. It raises a great point. People, and this is also where it meets up. With stop trying to find your person. If you get your pieces together, your person will find you, and your person will find each other. Is people are an experience, okay? Okay. Now, being raised Southern, Black, and Baptist, I thought I was just a promiscuous hoe ass bitch that was too fast for a draws because I like to experience people in every sense of the word. Yes,
Oh, and
absolutely.
you wore anything that wasn't like pants and a long
That part.
sleeve shirt too.
That part.
That's why you
Well,
were fast.
that's neither here nor there.
You wore shorts in the hot
But
weather. So
people
yeah,
are an
ho
experience, okay?
Jezebel.
What Jerry Little said, I am not someone who is loved. I'm an idea. Okay? People are ideas. People are experiences. And that is why I also harp to my babies about casual dating. Let's not do this. I seen you, I got your number, we talking, we chit chatting, and all of a sudden, we just stay in the talking phase until somebody gets annoying and be like, so what are we? Like that shit's annoying. Don't do that to yourselves.
That's
Don't
why
do
you
that to
gotta
each
establish
other.
that shit early.
You courting and casual dating is a step for a reason, okay? It teaches you what you do like, what you don't like, what's a hard no, what's an absolute yes, what's a
What's up,
limitation,
maybe?
what I can live with, what's challenging, what pushes me to grow, and what encourages me to push other people to
To
grow.
be a
You see
better
me?
person.
Okay, like
What compliments like
that part. What is it that I'm supposed to be learning from this experience of this human being? Amen. Amen.
it's
So,
like food. You don't know what you like until you try it.
right. You can sit there and be like, Brussels sprouts is nasty. Have you ever had one? No. Get fucking
And how do
lost.
you know?
Especially if they
Yeah, but
bacon wrapped. Oh my God.
I just never tried like even then, like especially with stuff like that, like bacon wrap, anything's good with it if you like bacon. Bacon wrap, anything's good way to get yourself introduced and seeing if you like that. So at least you got it wrapped in something that you like, as in like I can't think of an example right now. Like if you want a good person in your life and you see that they're a decent person with something, they meet some of your outward criterias, let
Pause on
them in
that.
because they
Pause
might.
on that. Pause on that. Outward criteria does not mean he got to be 6'2",
Yeah,
and she ain't got to be a size 8. Fuck off.
outward criteria as in like personality kind of thing. Like, oh, he or she funny. He, she, or they are funny. They they like anime. They do this, that, and the other. They a nerd. They ain't a nerd. They a jock. They sports, and I like sports. Whatever have you,
That's
let that
enough to
motherfucker in a little
initiate.
bit.
Yeah, that's enough
Yeah,
to initiate, but it's not gonna be enough to carry you.
You
Okay.
ain't see him let him in the back door, but at least put him on, let him on the front porch and you have a conversation.
Right. Sit on.
That's our country. This is how the
That's
country ass start coming
country as
out like,
hell.
y'all sit on the front porch and talk a little bit.
I show had a flash to that damn porch on Sunset Park. Screened in with them fucking green chairs that
Screen in and sitting just that's rocking.
country as fuck. But no, real talk, because that'll carry you in, but that's where that growth comes in. That's where that pushing and allowing people to hand you pieces to see if they fit comes in, because that's where we stop the small talk shit. That's where we jump in to talk about aliens and fucking and anal and all that casually. Because the less taboo we can make something, okay, the more open a conversation we can have it, which means the more comfortable we are, which means the more we can honestly trust our gut instinct that says, I don't really like this person like that, and keep it pushing and not hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, and that's just everything we do to kick people out is basically a trauma response.
It's a trauma response.
It's a trauma response.
Yeah, doing bad all by yourself is a trauma response. It's because we're trying to control our experience, but the way life and the universe is set up, you're gonna love this. It don't do that.
Let's be real here. I can do bad about it's easy to do bad by yourself. It does not take any effort to do bad by yourself. To do good by yourself is a slog. You trying
It's
to
a
pull
slog.
you trying to pull all your trauma on your back. Be like, you carried all this like parents ain't do this. I was hurt by a man or woman once. I got cheated on.
I don't
This,
let
that, yes.
nobody in. And with
Like
that one, with
I
that
don't
last
need
one,
nobody.
with that last one, you just walking around looking like you're wearing an invisible backpack because you won't
Like you,
tell nobody this shit.
like you sitting here just like hunched over, like, hey man, human. Like you, it's like some of your friends. Like, hey man, you need help carrying some of that. Like I know how to carry that. Like
Nope, don't think so.
I'm used.
Nope, don't think so. You ain't
Like I
Foxy
got a little
Brown.
extra weight. Like I'm used to. You want to like split it a little bit? I got a knife. We can cut some of this off, and like I got some, you get some.
Yep. And if it's
Like
not
you see, like
that, the other
you sitting
side
here
is
like
you sit
you
here
like
and
nah,
want to.
I'm good.
You stupid.
I'm fine.
Put the damn chair down. put put a chair down. But no, if it's not that, then the other side of it is I see this person and I put them on a pedestal and I want to put all my weight of all my stuff, boom, right in center, because I know deep down in my gullet, in my scrunger, that they will accept all of it and help me feel better. And when they don't, it makes the weight heavier and it hurts your feelings. And part of that is also you don't tell them why you're doing this. That's still doing bad by yourself.
Oh, SJ said I'm not even letting them get the chance. Like,
That
see,
part.
here's the thing about not letting them get the chance. Just because I know what you mean, but I'm just gonna
Yeah.
springboard that with the thing I did. Like, I'm not gonna let them get the chance. Can we get on that real quick? I'm not gonna let them get the chance to let me down. However,
Ooh.
you are not giving them the chance to show you anything otherwise.
That part. That part.
So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're too busy. Most of us
And
are
you're
adding
feeding
our
your
own
own
weight.
anger trauma machine is what you're feeding.
Like
The
we're
trauma
adding,
machine.
we're the motherfuckers adding more shit. You got a chair, like fucking
A
your
boulder,
own trauma
some
bullshit,
anvil for comic relief, like all that shit. But no,
like
like,
a rose in your first love that broke your heart, some shit like that. It
oh
was like
my
the straw that broke the
gosh.
camel's back kind of stuff. Like just
Even though
highly
y'all
metaphorical.
even though y'all was like 8 or 12.
Also, can there be a statute of limitations a little bit on certain traumas? Like I understand that somebody hurt your feelings in middle school.
That part.
I don't give a fuck if you 30 though. if you
I'm gonna
if you
have to
30 years
respectfully
old,
disagree. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. While I can see your intent, let me translate. It's fine, everyone. I speak glitch. Do your fucking work. Take care of your fucking trauma. You're fucking 30, okay? You're never gonna get that apology, okay? They're never gonna say they're sorry. They don't even fucking remember you. They're gonna
they
friend
don't
you
know
on
you.
Facebook and be like, oh my God, it's been
How you been? It's been
forever.
so.
Bro, you used to bully me and put shit in my lunchbox. You don't, you don't remember that? Because I ain't never missed a day. I ain't forgot.
And let's
And
also
that's the problem. You're hanging
can we
on to
just
shit.
how to help you with that to help you with all of that? Remember, Middle school teenagers ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
Ain't nobody shit until they're like 25.
And pausing, I'm gonna tell you why teenagers ain't shit. Teenagers ain't shit. It's because they're in the middle of their own family dynamics and social circles, developing their trauma responses. You're welcome.
I love Ashley. Listen, someone has to speak glitch.
Someone has to speak glitch. That's very true. But yeah,
But
like
yeah,
real talk, real talk. That's
yeah, like to a certain extent, like there's a semi limit of statute, a semi. I forgot the words.
statute of limitations.
There we go. I was about to say limit of staturations, statute of limitations.
I would agree with that if I didn't know people that was in their 70s and 80s still holding grudges and still not doing their work.
That I mean to the aspect of like it's gonna sound mean, like
Because that's how you
it's
talk.
gonna
But go ahead.
sound mean, but it's like I said, like after a certain amount of years, shut the fuck up. If you ain't gonna do no work, just accept that you ain't gonna do no work and quit worrying about that, cause that ain't got shit to do with you no more.
It's all right, everyone. I speak glitch. Subtitle. If we're spending more time wallowing and continuously using our experiences as an excuse instead of re internalizing, reprocessing, and making it something productive to make ourselves a better person, then you're not trying. And if you're not trying, you don't care. And if you don't care, why should I?
Don't expect anyone else to care.
Don't expect anybody to care about shit you're doing. Don't.
No,
Because
you
that
could have used that
means
energy for
you
something
want
else.
external validation, which means you're not doing enough work.
Yeah, but they did this in middle school and high school and this, that, and that. Like, cool.
Okay.
Do you even what's their last name?
Ooh.
Do you
and
know? Do you know
and
what month
and
it happened?
and and if you do remember their last name, bitch, do they even remember yours?
Like, do you know what month it happened? What year? Break it down. I will say this: if you know every detail, that's some serious. They did something real serious, like just straight up, or they did something to remind you of some trauma you did that happened at home.
That part.
Like, oh, they listen. It was a fucking 1997 December the 35th. I know what I said.
December 35. Hot.
Like they did this, that, and the other to me. Like, okay, since you know that detail, can we break down what they did that might have reminded you of something else that might cause that response?
And are we seeking out other people in situations, whether consciously or unconsciously, that continuously mimic these situations? Because when we do that, it's a fucked up sadistic way of self-soothing. Let me tell you that. Subconsciously, we seek out similar situations because our body is already
We're used
familiar
to
and
it.
we know how to react to it. So it's not a shock to our system, none of that. And that's how we get stuck in these loops.
That's how people keep dating shitty people. That's how people keep being friends with shitty people.
Because your type is trash.
Breaking that cycle is a bitch, but it needs to be
Oh,
done.
it's a whole bitch. It's a whole bitch. Oh my
Because the
God.
first person you got to have a deep conversation with is you, motherfucker. Like, just is
To
you.
to sit here and like it's fine to have preferences, but surface level preferences are garbage. And everyone can sit here and cite to me some beautifully, deep mental health answer about, oh, well, communication is key. How good are you at communicating, though?
How good are you at comprehending?
Don't let him out. Don't let him out. Is he okay? Don't feed him. Put him back up. Give me a second, y'all.
Yeah, our dog's been going through some shit right now, so he kind of been in the cage for his own protection and safety. But yes, as we were saying, shit, what were we talking about? Because I got distracted as well. Learn yourself, because that's going to be the hard part, is breaking that cycle. Because really, sit here and think about all your trauma and stuff that you allowed yourself into. 9 out of 10 is something that you have done. That's why I mentioned there needs to be a statute of limitations on some of. There's a statute of limitations on fucks to be that you should expect given. But at the same time, like, it doesn't matter, but you need to figure your own shit out.
That part. Focus.
A statute of
Focus,
limitations the fucks
please.
given.
Statute of limitations to fucking given. Oh shit. Lay
It's
down
like
low.
reverse interest.
Yeah.
I will still say, like I said, like if you were in your 30s and you were still griping about something in middle school and how like, cool, some bitch bullied you. Do you know their name? If you don't know their name, shut up.
And if you're holding on to every single detail as if it's every single dagger that's ever stabbed you in the back, you've got some deep rooted issues that you need to work through without this person. Because
Well, they
it's
made me
really
feel
not
ugly. They
about
made
them
me
at this
feel
point.
fat. They made me feel small. Your mama and daddy probably did it in some form or fashion. That's why you're holding on so much. They're your outlet because you can't look at mom and dad and say, "Oh, they fucked me up," so you want to find all of that in that person.
Especially if you didn't get what you needed to. That's also what I kind of meant about stop seeking external validation. Figure out how to be what you need, because if you can figure out how to at least come close or articulate that, then you know exactly what the fuck you're looking for, what type of symbolic activities or behaviors or whatever characteristics will feed that. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, if you don't ever feel listened to, how often do you make jokes, self deprecating jokes about yourself? How often do you just voluntarily get
Oh,
quiet when people aren't listening anymore to your
I say the
conversation?
voluntary get quiet thing, where it's like you shut down, you get yelled at,
Yeah,
you just shut down.
right. Or if
But
you're
I
just not
say,
heard in conversation, like you sitting at a table with a bunch of people and everybody stops listening. Keep talking. Mm-mm.
I say more so with the whole, what do you say before that? Making deprecating jokes about yourself is mainly along the lines of like your parents, like your family made fun of you, like for a certain way you looked, or
Mm-hmm.
like if you like husky, chunky, a bigger person.
Or they just covered up wrongdoings that they've done to you with laughter.
Yep. And like in 9 out of 10, you will relinquish the information without anybody saying shit.
What? What does that mean? Oh my gosh. Hold on a minute. Apparently my sound's fucked up. Damn it. Oh my god.
You know what? You tie find it. Did you meant to say fighting and switch your T and your F?
Your butt.
I just read that as tiefling for a second because my D
Your
and D loving
face, little
ass.
tiefling. There we go. Can you hear me now? Whoop. Yeah, y'all
But
can.
yes, when you constantly go to the aspect of a lot, how should I put it?
These nuts.
Your defense mechanisms 9 out of 10 are unrequited.
Mm-hmm. You're bracing for impact against something
Tiefling is Bohemian. I'm not
that
Bohemian. I don't know
you're
Bohemian
bracing for
slang.
impact against something that may or may not happen,
Translate,
and
woman,
thus treating it as if it's actively happening.
please.
What are you eating?
Oh, stealing, theft. Oh, it's like thieving, but with okay, thieving. I got. I get it now. I get it.
You get it? That good? Oh, okay. Okay.
Just saying thieving with a Caribbean accent, but you just typed it that way. Got it. What are we talking about?
Well then, um, what else were we talking about?
I can do
Sorry, I
bad.
got distracted by fucking around with sounds.
Dating motherfuckers.
Dating motherfuckers. What about dating motherfuckers, Snoogans?
Coming from a multiple traumatic breakups, relationships, and whatnot that are toxic and poisoned my
How is
system for
that
a good
new?
long time. Sometimes being a toxic relationship, you got to figure out your own toxins. You got to figure out how to antidote yourself. Because 9 out of 10, you pick those people for a reason. So I understand taking some time out to yourself
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
figure your shit out.
Mm-hmm.
However, don't close everything and everybody off
Uh-huh.
that might hurt you because
Facts.
you gonna fuck yourself up for. Like I said, once again, your car might be broken. You trying to fix your car, a mechanic can walk by and you never know because you wouldn't giving them no shot.
That part.
You wouldn't giving them, him, her, she, whatever the fuck you into, a shot.
Mm-hmm. And I think that goes along with, when you talk about dating people, I'm talking about relationships in general, especially like friendships. I think we are approaching these relationships with the wrong type of intent. It's just like, oh, I'm comfortable, we vibe. Not really. If we can't talk about things, if I can't be vulnerable, if I can't share the puzzle pieces that I have and see the ones that you have so we can build each other
We
up.
both just looking like, Have you
Like,
tried turning it the other way? 'Cause I see some corner pieces you ain't even got yet. You need to like.
And don't get offended when a friend sits there and says, I don't know. I don't think you're thinking about this from a different perspective. I think you just want to be mad. Don't get offended when your
Sometimes you
friends
just
are
want
honest and
validation.
neutral.
You just want validation
Yeah.
because you probably ain't got it, and a lot of times in your family and situation. However, but also with the dating aspect, and I'll throw in friendship too, because like we have this issue of treating our relationships like friendships and our friendships like relationships in certain ways when it comes to like the importance and intensity of it. Because we will fight tooth and nail for a friend more than we do somebody we like fucking.
And that don't even make no sense. You literally let this person into your being, but you won't work things out? Huh?
You're
And
like, look, I know this person. I can't use that reference, but
mm-mm,
I know
mm-mm, mm-mm,
I can't talk
mm-mm.
about Bob, but I know this person like they stole money from me, wrecked my car, stole money, wrecked
We
my
not
car, slapped my
we not
mama.
talking about Bob today.
But we've been friends for like we've been
We
friends since
not.
middle school. So
Uh
why can't we?
Twitchers, when we kick y'all off at 8:30, these airtimers about to hear about Bob. I'm not about to be the only one traumatized about Bob. But continuing on.
But you can't just be like, oh, I know that they broke into my car, stole my money, went on a joyride, wrecked my favorite car that I had making my own money
Stole my
because I
clothes.
wouldn't take the like stole my clothes, burned my favorite book, deleted my Microsoft Paint off my fucking computer, like shit like that. But we've been friends in middle school. We still got to be cool. I I'm gonna try to work it out with them. Next thing, but at the same time, somebody who you have seen butt ass naked, tongues been all over each other. You done explored yourself with somebody and learned
You
things
done
about both
punched
of
this
y'all.
bitch's fart box, but you don't want to give her another shot at hearing
But
about
if
your
she,
feelings?
but like, yeah, they laugh funny. I don't want to talk to them no more. Like little shit like that. They think chartreuse is blue instead of green. Like, just
Chartreuse isn't green.
it is green.
No, it isn't.
Chartreuse. I will fight you on this
Chartreuse
one.
is not green.
Chartreuse is green
In my dimension, chartreuse is not green.
because I drink green chartreuse. Chartreuse is green.
Chartreuse is not green.
It is green. Look that shit up.
No.
I learned that this year.
As I said, in my dimension, chartreuse is not green. Chartreuse is more magenta.
Magenta. Okay, all
As
right.
I said, in my dimension, we time shifting over here. Anyway, but that also just kind of brings up another thing. How are y'all not friends with your significant others? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, what is it about crossing over this imaginary threshold of, oh, this is my partner, oh, I'm their partner, that this label holds so much weight that we're not allowed to be friends?
And stop saying that we're too good of friends or too close to be dating because that's not your real reason. Your
That's an
real reason is
excuse.
I understand some of the shit about you that we don't vibe. That's still respectful. Like I got people that I'm close with, like we too close to be dating because I know too much shit about them. Like you did some sketchy ass shit. I don't want to fuck with that. Or you got trauma that you need to work out before anybody can date you. Like just or just like I don't like you like that. Cause that's a possibility.
Doesn't mean you're any less worthy, because clearly, if you weren't worthy, we wouldn't be talking regardless.
But at the same, how can you not date someone that you see as a friend? Because if you in it for the long haul, that motherfucker gonna be your best friend. Because y'all gonna be seeing some. They're gonna be seeing through thick, through thin, fresh, funky, like rich, poor, like everything,
Everything.
everything. This the motherfucker. If you get sick, that you trust to take care of you. This is somebody like when you at your mental vulnerabilities will find a way to properly comfort you. And
Well,
if they don't know it, they'll try to figure that shit out.
that part. And it feels effortless. That's the thing. We're wasting our spontaneous chemistry and effortlessness adapting and accommodating to these friendships just because well we vibe and we've been rocking with each other since middle school, so let's keep it. You're wasting that
They know your
energy
history. Like your
there.
family like them, you like them.
Like you're wasting that energy there instead of spending it feeling comfortable
Exploring,
and
like just
exploring
exploring this
and
shit.
just saying what the fuck you mean. I can't emphasize this enough how weightless and spiritually blessed you feel when you can walk in a room with some people, strangers, close friends, family, partners, whatever, say what the fuck you mean and leave. You don't have to take anything with you. It's not heavy at all. It's effortless, and you owe yourself that much because again we all carrying trauma around, we all carrying unspoken things and unrequited things around, and
Yep.
that is doing bad by yourself.
Hence, like I said, in the dating pool, if you like somebody, don't imply shit.
Say that.
Don't like, oh, I batted my eyes 5 times to the 4 times, so they should like look. And I looked in the direction 3 times.
Cause see I texted him at 3 Ys at 4 o'clock in the morning and he ain't answer
I said,
correctly.
I said, hey, and plus, like in the world after Me Too and all that kind of shit, like especially as a black, just me as a black man, but just as a man in general, we trying to be respectful. We trying to get rid of these whole alpha male mentality, motherfucker. The thing I gave you a drink, you bitch, you owe me kind of bullshit. We trying to be respectful. Know what we, how far we can go because hey, what, what? Tell us what you want.
And don't be afraid to do that. Give yourself permission to say what you want, say what you mean, because why are we keeping up first impression appearances that aren't us? I know, Pat.
So I'm like, hey, I like you, want to get to know you, see what it's like. This is why I do that shit. This is exactly why I do it. Cause if they don't like me like that, that switch in my head, slip.
Right.
I don't put that on. I ain't don't, and also don't do that nice guy, that nice girl bullshit. Like,
Don't
yeah,
do
we can
that.
still be friends, and you got that shit still on the back burner, but it's still just, but they
And if
don't
it's
know that
still
have
on
a
the back burner and the other person has decided that that is not the filter or perspective they see you from, you need to make a conscious decision about
you will
whether or
burn
not
that
you
whole
can
pot.
really be friends.
You will fuck up that whole pot. It's sitting on the. It might be a slow burn, but it's still a burn, and that water gonna keep evaporating. So you got nothing but just the pot burning the bottom of this bullshit. And you mad that you lost the pot? Like, nah.
Told you to
That's why
take
you
it
need to
off
make it.
stove. Told you to take it off
That's why you need
stove.
to make it a switch. Make it like I said. Do like I do. Make it a switch. Like, oh, you don't see me that way. That's there's like the friendship. There's like friend relationship switch. Like just hey, you just cut that mug off. But like hey, just so you know,
To be
that switch
fair,
is kind of
to be fair, not all of us have neurodivergent brains, and so we can't switch our categories on and off. Hence, do your work, process it, be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with anybody else, regardless of what the fuck we said, if you're not honest with anybody else, be honest with yourself. This hurts my feelings. Yep, we really like this person. Yep, but they don't like us. Well, we can make them like us. Can we?
would
Do
you want
we
somebody to
really
be like
have
that?
control over someone else's reaction that much? If so, let me go find a whole ass benefactor and be a sugar baby right now because that's ridiculous.
And straight up, if you always put yourself in that other person's place, if you couldn't stand how you were treating that person, if they were treating you like that, you're doing something fucked up. Work on your shit.
Yeah. Quit.
Like, I'm upset because you ain't talked to me. This I said hey with 5 Ys. Like okay, this is your first time saying hey to me. I know that's how you say it. Shit.
No implied concepts. Say what you mean every time with your chest.
But I looked in your direction 3 times. Like I did this. I looked the loop and pulled my eyes. I
Did the loop de loop
I
cool?
I switched my head
Were
and
your
just
shoes
giggled.
looking
And
cool too?
yes, there was just for you. Cause like I pointed one foot that way, other one this way. I gave you a V to come to this victory. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Consent works
Some
on
of y'all
all
motherfuckers got some
levels,
goddamn.
okay? For consent to be present, there needs to be clear communication and straightforward fact. You have to be
Some of y'all
direct,
motherfuckers
yeah?
got Mortal Kombat finishing moves of implication.
What? Explain that. Explain that.
Y'all know how complicated, how hard it is to put in some Mortal Kombat finish move. Like you got to hold for 5 seconds, do a half circle, hit up down, hit R1, R2 at the same time. Then you count to five and hit LB on another controller, like shit like that.
Fair.
Like how complicated some of them finish moves are. That's how some of your implications are. Like don't nobody know that shit.
And those are also trauma responses, kids. Sorry. It's a trauma response.
It's a trauma response.
Do
But
do 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 do.
but yeah, there's but I'll just realize like we all different. We all handle shit differently. We ain't the same motherfucker. I done said that 4 different ways this entire conversation.
Mhm. Mhm.
And stop expecting you from other motherfuckers. Like just
And stop expecting other motherfuckers to understand your policies, procedures, and operations manual if you never read them the manual.
and also back to the you can do bad by yourself thing. Like you the one writing the manual, but you mad. Like ooh, let me put it this way: you could take 5 people to build the perfect car. 4 of them are car experts. They can like engineer get fuel efficiency, fucking like aerodynamics, build a brand new material that's like stronger and lighter than carbon fiber, like shit like that. They will engineer the perfect car as a
Mhm.
prototype.
Mhm.
However, you might need one random motherfucker to be like, yo, but what about like a cup holder? Like this only seats like one person because y'all too busy focused on the mechanics of things, don't realize the interior shit. Like you
That's a good point.
sometimes some are hitting a motherfucker that don't know shit about what you think you know much the most about
Mhm.
to give you a whole new
Mhm.
perspective. It's like listening to children talk. Like most of them don't say shit, but sometimes they'll drop a child will drop knowledge on you
Yeah. If
if you
if a
allow your
child tell you your shirt ugly, chances are it's probably really ugly.
look children saying shit that hurt because that's pure. That they like little drunk.
People.
They're little drunks, just like little drunks.
Mhm. Mhm. I hear you, bud. I'm
But
sorry he
yeah,
came and
like
riled you up.
that's why you can let somebody else see. You need other people with different points of views to see your shit sometimes. Because 9 out of 10, all you are doing is agreeing with yourself or dealing with an echo chamber because that goes wrong. Because like the same time, the same way we go with the same type of people in our relationships, we have those same type of friends
Mm. Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
until you do your work.
Mhm. Yeah.
You have similar friends and some of the similar bullshit, and that's the hardest part too. Because you can be talking to people and just realize, oh, I was like that.
Mhm.
Oh, glad we ain't friends no more. Like it still sucks, but like, damn, glad we ain't friends no more. Like,
Or I'm glad I repurposed that friendship. I don't let it pour into me that much no more.
mm-hmm.
Because chances are, if they haven't done their work either, they'll come back and talk to you about the same shit over and over again. You be like, wow, that's crazy. Well, I
That's
got to
those.
go. Somebody put grass in my yard.
That's the whole statute limitation thing too. Like, yo, you still talking about shit from this long ago?
Yeah. Hmm.
I
It
got
is.
people still trying to see you. You'll all have people seeing who you used to be, not what you were, or who other people used to be. Like they bring that shit. If you talk to a friend that constantly brings up people's old shit all the time and not what they doing or what
Mm-hmm.
that not what the people they talking about doing now or what they doing now or all the kind of shit, keep an eye on them.
Yeah. Because chances are something weird is not happening for them, i.e., they're stuck and they're not growing or progressing at all.
Or if they keep talking about future shit too, like yeah, all this gonna happen, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, but you ain't do nothing. You ain't
What you
doing
doing to work
nothing.
toward that? Like just
Mm. Hmm. Well, it is 8:12. I'm going to spin the wig wheel. Amen.
spin the wig wheel, spinning the wig wheel, spinning the wig wheel. Hey, hey.
Final thoughts on I can do bad all by myself. However, comma. I think your name's Natalie or some shit. Mm. Let's see. Mm-hmm. For me, final thoughts. I used to think that oh, her name's Lala. My bad. I used to think I ain't need nobody. I used to think, fate is a thing, but I can control it with or without you. So,
I
but the
don't need
universe
nobody.
got a interesting way of kicking your ass and pummeling you into submission to do your work.
Fight
Um,
back, fight back, fight back.
pretty much, pretty much.
You jumping yourself.
You jumping yourself with the universe. Like you putting weights, you putting cement shoes on you, while the universe is like, all right, come here, let me teach you how to swim real quick. That's what you're doing. Um, but yeah, sometimes I used to be all I have to do everything by myself, and this, ladies and gents, can translate to being responsible for grown ass people's problems that ain't got shit to do with you. Full personal disclosure, I'm talking housing them, feeding them, clothing them, buying them cars and shit, knowing good and damn well you ain't got no money. Like, it'll get you pretty far in the wrong direction.
4 words. Mind your fucking business.
Mind your damn motherfucking business, bitch. Stupid teacher, bitch. I don't know, 2 plus 2 is 4, bitch.
Somebody like always put yourself, take yourself out of it to a certain. If somebody came to you and told me like, well, I had this friend do this, that, and the other, and I'm like, and you'd be like, damn, bitch, you stupid, bitch, you stupid. Like just.
Why did your eyes get so big? Bitch, you stupid.
But am I wrong though? Like
I
if a
mean,
friend came with you with the same scenario that you put yourself in,
oh yeah. Oh, that's another good indicator of just kind of personal growth too. Like, like, and it's funny because it touches based on what we was pretend about to talk about today. Do you hear yourself? If you have ever been able to, see yourself outside this picture and see that this is a fucking pattern, and you go to that friend that keeps bringing up the same shit to you and presenting their same scenario as somebody else, and they give you a genuine response, and you just gonna be like, oh shit, so you know better. You just, oh no 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 no. That shit
but
happens.
some friendships gotta end
Or be repurposed.
or be repurposed. You've been I'm sorry, you've been downgraded to acquaintance now. Like we just can't be friends no more. You could upgrade and downgrade
That part.
your friendships. Like,
You can.
oh, that could be a subject too.
Yeah. But you gotta have your own rule set for what that means though.
Concrete rules. Don't be had that fickle ass shit.
Mm-mm.
We dress alike. They my best friend. Like, no, shut up. That's stupid.
No. No. You might be able to go clubbing with them because y'all wear the same size and same clothes, but that's it.
That would be part two of categorizing your friends. Like we all categorize our friends, y'all. Don't act like we don't. Don't you act like we don't.
People don't because that's what they should be doing. People don't. People got one definition for friends straight across the board.
True. True.
Stop giving them so much credit. What's wrong with you? Oh man, what's for dinner? I had the chicken teriyaki bowl with the broccoli from Clean Eats today.
I should have got another pizza pasta. I fucking love the pizza pasta one.
Pizza pasta. Ooh, grading your friends. I like it, Calvino. I like
Rating
it.
your friends. But also that does not mean I'll say grading your friends. It's like a regular report card. You
We not on MySpace. This is not the top 5 or nothing. But
but it's like a report card. Some motherfucker might be great at going out and having fun, talking about this, that, and the other. They could be shitting other things like money. They could just be broke all the time. You get an
mm-hmm,
F in finances because you broke.
mm-hmm.
That means we can go out and have fun if it's free. I mean, they can improve on these grades. Or you might got someone that has a D or an F on like just talking. Cool, we just do physical shit. We just go out, do this, that, and the other. There are all sorts of people. If you got friends and the benefits, open like stuff like that. You gotta look. We categorize everybody. Let's quit acting like
You
we
know
don't.
what's funny about
Labels
that?
exist.
You know what's funny about that?
Good.
I'll tell y'all why some of y'all friends with benefit relationships don't fucking work. I'll tell you why you catch feelings, why they catch feelings. Because neither one of y'all is saying
Y'all
what the
don't
fuck
talk.
you mean. Like, one, and like, and it's not even for lack of trying. You can say, be like, but Dr. Miko, what you mean? These are the clear stated boundaries. Yes, but both of you aren't following. Both of you aren't saying what you mean. Both of
There's
you aren't
communication
recognizing
and comprehension.
that part.
No, communication ain't key. Fuck that. Communication and comprehension are keys.
That part.
It's a two lock system, okay?
It's your two-factor authentication. Um, is not only, or should you be able to articulate what you're trying to convey to someone without shame, without judgment, just being neutral and upfront, but also being able to hear and reflect back to your understanding of what when they do that. Because only then will you truly be on the same page. And this also goes hand in hand with being honest with yourself. If you want these hidden agenda motherfuckers, you need to do what Glitch said and put yourself in the shoes. But don't you hate it when people do that to you? So how we about to do this to somebody else?
That this goes with relationships, friendships, and yourself.
All of it. So that's all I got to say about that.
You gotta put yourself in somebody else's shoes and figure some shit out. Like, cause if once
Mm-hmm.
again, if you someone told you that side from their angle, and you
Mm-hmm.
think this is fucked up, that's
Mm-hmm.
stupid. It could never be me. It's you.
It's you. It's you. It's you. It's
That
all
means
for you.
you got some shit to work out.
Do 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 do. Go work out your shit.
Straight up.
Now tell me, do you really wanna go? Do
And
you
motherfuckers who sit there
work?
and talk, and motherfuckers who talk like they ain't got no problems or whatnot, just drop them people. Drop them. Just straight up and
Yeah,
just fuck.
apathy is not a good look. It is an ultimate red flag, actually. Like, sure, their blood pressure never gets raised, but that also means they don't care about good things. They don't care about positive outcomes. They don't care about long term. They could die tomorrow and be fine.
They don't care about you either.
They don't care about you either.
That
Which
goes back to
means you thinking that this being a across the board consideration does not apply to this apathetic person. Ugh.
Like I said, if that
Chili cheese fries with grilled onions and banana peppers, because you're an adult. Fair.
what the fuck? Hold on, who's
That's what
snitching and shit like
Calvino's
that?
eating at for dinner.
Man, fuck you, Calvin. I want that.
That's what your ass get for making me want chicken wings last night.
Look, we had wings, okay.
We did have wings. We did have
Should have
wings.
went to Frog instead of Bar Louie though. Because Bar Louie just had shit wings at that one time. And I didn't want to
My
drive that
wings were
far.
perfect. With the boom boom sauce.
That's cool.
And the
but
blue
Nico,
cheese dipping
Nico,
sauce. The
Nico,
blue
Nico,
cheese dressing.
Nico, you know what I can get though? I can anytime I want, I can get a Frogger's burger.
And I can get Bojangles.
You bitch, you don't even like Bojangles.
I
You can't
know,
use
it's
that.
garbage. I could literally go buy a biscuit and throw it in the garbage. You can't even do that.
Why do you hate me?
You started with me.
Why do you hate me so much? What did I do to you?
I don't want nobody fucking with
Have we talked about?
me
Wait,
in
have
the
we talked about
streets.
projection again?
Projection or rejection?
Both.
What's the question?
I just had the thought process. Like, I know it's kind of been like the main key to a lot of mental health issues is we project our own bullshit.
Yeah.
That's just bottom line mental health is we project our
Mhm.
own bullshit and trauma.
Uh-huh. I'm listening.
Oh, stop that shit. Just-
Oh, man. Oh, man.
y'all got any questions, comments, concerns? Y'all some quiet motherfuckers tonight.
Right? Y'all real quiet tonight.
So, any other thoughts on things, y'all? You got any? You got any, Miko?
I already added mine.
Same. I didn't say my shit, and you translated. So,
Somebody has too. Well,
I'm dead. I'm dead on that whole like. There's a statute of limitation to fucks given, like straight up. reverse
Now
interest.
tell me, are you really gonna hold that trauma forever? Are you gonna shut the
But
fuck up and
also,
do some work?
y'all should also know. I think we mentioned this before. Nobody gives a fuck as much as you do.
We mentioned that. We mentioned that. So when you start your little personal growth journey or your spiritual journey or you're doing your shadow work, nobody fucking cares. So you can be happy about it, but where we fuck up is we try to reach outside of ourselves and show people, look, I'm happy,
Like, look how
instead
happy I
of
am.
just
Look how happy I'm so
being
happy.
happy.
But are- you're not being happy. You are presenting happiness, but
Just
you
being
aren't feeling
happy.
happiness.
Yeah,
You're showing what you think happy is as opposed to just
having it.
being on your shit. It's like being rich as opposed to being wealthy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rich, you trying to show your money off. Just wealthy is
Oh baby, I don't know. We gotta get
like
funded to drop an album.
happiness is a state of mind. Exactly.
Yep, yep.
Or
Totes, totes.
confidence too is like it's like somebody saying I like it's like somebody saying like, I'm fine, I'm sexy, I'm sexy, I'm sexy. Look at me being sexy. Look at me being sexy. I'm fine. Like you don't find yourself sexy. You
Are
trying to
you?
get value to other people.
Are you? You just trying to be reinforced with likes and hearts and shit.
Or I go for my I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a manly man. I don't do what's perceived as feminine
You
shit.
know,
I'm an alpha male.
as a man, I'm a cheater, but I'm a man with principle.
Like I'm a man. Look at me. Look at my muscles. Look at me drink out of a glass that doesn't have a stem on it. I do whiskey, beer. That's it. I'm a man. I'll fight you. Why are you trying so hard to prove that, man? Just let me have my fruity
This
cocktails and
Taylor
be
Port
happy.
will
Like,
fuck you up. It's
like
wine. You sure you don't want to hit this?
I ain't gonna wear no. I ain't gonna wear no pink. Like, nigga,
Okay.
okay. Why you going out your way to show that how the biggest way, in my opinion, just mine, it can be anybody else. The biggest way to show how big a bitch you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is trying hard to show that you ain't one.
Yeah.
Like I ain't a lie. I don't lie at all. I will never lie. I don't tell no kind of lies.
I'm a cheater, but I'm a man with principles.
That's a whole fucked up aspect. Like that.
For
That's
those
different.
that are aware of that inside joke, I fired them last weekend. I've been waiting on them to fire me, but we argued in session, and Dr. Miko don't argue.
You can be the poorest person to be happy. Like, exactly. And what's the thing
Exactly.
about happiness? I will say money can't buy me happiness, but it can buy a lot of things that work on that aspect.
It can't buy happiness, but it can improve psychosocial aspects of life.
I'm happier without debt. I know that much.
That part. Yeah, that part. Boom.
Happier, but not just happy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because like all these problems in a way keep us from being able to express and experience happiness because there's shit's always looming. It's just like
Yeah.
I can't be happy right now because I've got to grind.
But yeah, like the harder you try not to show what you deem as negative,
Bullshit.
the more you are that thing you're trying to not show, or you project the shit. You know, like if you, that cheaters will always accuse their partner of cheating.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100%.
At the same time, there are people who've been cheated on who are just uber insecure and respect it too, because that just kind of keeps happening. But at the same
But
time,
see, that gets expressed differently because the concerns are different.
yeah. You let me finish, Miko.
Never.
Because like if you can accuse somebody of cheating, and this is coming from someone who has been cheated on, who has cheated in the past too. 'Cause let's be real, we all fuck up as most of us are in our
A whole
30s.
nother reason why you shouldn't be trying to find your person. You should leave time to fuck up.
Like exactly, like a lot of us are in our 30s plus. Okay, can we just admit the fact that we have fucked up in our lives? Can we start acting like we perfect people? We
Yeah.
have fucked up and we will fuck up again.
Nope, I'm perfection. Absolutely no. You buying that? Because I'm not. Hell no.
I wouldn't buy that with Monopoly money.
Um, you bitch. So I'm keeping an eye on our son with one of my nanny cams that I put in front of his pet taxi. Why am I just gonna knock it over?
too smart for his own good sometimes.
Can't stand him. But
He ain't
it's
done yet, Ro. Get up.
8:27. I'm gonna go ahead and rate us over to the Dondero
Look,
on Twitch.
real talk. Like, can we all admit that we have faults? That we fucked up in life because we hold people to a weird ass standard that we don't even hold ourselves to. That could be a whole nother subject.
Bruh.
Fuck your standards.
Yeah, because like the second you sit here again, if you don't tell people what is in the manual, that means they feeling around in the dark. They find some knobs and some switches like, ooh, I'm gonna flip this one, and then you get mad and be in their face like,
A part tip redact.
That ain't the light switch.
and they be like, what?
A part tip redact. Scavern.
What? I
Never did Scavern. Kashmirga.
Similar, just Kalu, Kadai. Like what? Blah blah blah.
blah blah. What is that? Blah blah blah. What? But all right, Twitchers.
Are we putting people on here now? Are we
Yes,
letting
people
on?
can come up if they
Alright,
wish. I'm rating
y'all
the
can find
Twitchers
out
to
about-
John Darrow's.
So y'all can find out about
Leia.
Bob.
Yes, please come find out about Bob, because I'm not going to be the only one traumatized about Bob today. You fuck.